John Oaks here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today we're going to go over our newest addition to our inventory, and this is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. And as you can see, ours here has the Z28 emblems on it, so we're going to go with this as a Z28 styled Camaro here. So obviously, as we walk around, you're going to notice it's going to have all of your badging for a Z28 to give it that appearance. So your grille, emblems, your fenders, your tail panel, and we'll take a look at all of that as we walk around. Our Camaro here is done, this is a non-factory color from what I understand. Looking at the paint code that we have in the chart, it is a medium Concord blue is what they're calling that out to be. As far as the stripes go, just so you don't have any mistakes as far as the description or anything, we've got the stripes here are kind of a silver, but they've got a bluish tint to them. So they're not just a pure silver, they're silver with a little bit of blue in it there. But as you can see, Z28 emblems on the front fender there. We've got the Camaro script back here on the back side of the front fender also. The bright wheellet moldings, all of your drip rail moldings all done here in the bright work. And again, everything's pretty straight, nice and polished up here, looks good. We've got the mirrors here also on the driver's side only for those. Now wheels and tires, you can see here, very nice looking wheel and tire combination on this car. It's an American Racing Torq Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheel with a set of Cobra Radial GT tires on it. As we look at the body, as always, we want to check and make sure that body's nice and straight, that gaps and door alignment is all good on it. So you can see gaps of front and back side of the door, not too bad here. Body lines are all in a line with one another, and the elevations as far as the quarters and the front fenders on this car are very good. As we do all the time, we're going to open up our door, take a look at the inside. You see we've got the bucket seats with the headrest, factory dash with all the factory instrumentation, a sport style steering wheel, and of course you've got the factory 4-speed center console in there as well. We'll close that up, and you can see the door shuts up real nice and easy there. You see the bright work along the rocker also, that rocker molding, that's very straight, nicely polished up. Of course the quarter panel accents too, and again the bright wheellet moldings. As we come to the back of the car here, we're going to notice that we've got the rear trunk spoiler here. The stripes are done correctly on that, they come over that. We've got the chrome rear bumper here. Again, the Z28 emblem on the tail panel. Your tail lights here, the lenses and your bezels around those are all in good shape. There's no cracks or chips in the lenses themselves. The bezels are polished up nice and look really good there. Now as far as your trunk lid, you can see the gaps the whole way around. Trunk fits very nice on this car. The rear glass is in good shape. And of course your molding around that rear window is in great condition too. Now we will open up our trunk, take a look inside. So as you can hear there, the trunk lock, it works, it pops there. As we open up the trunk, you're going to see the underside of the lid here painted that same medium Concord blue. Of course, you can see the weather stripping and seals around the trunk, all very soft here. Again, everything looks like it was probably fairly new as far as these seals go. We have a full-size spare back here. The trunk's done in the correct black and aqua trunk spatter paint, and with most cars here, you're going to see we have a set of floor mats here that you could use if you would like to. Trunk's nice and dry too, so again, everything looks good back here. We'll close that up. Again, the trunk shuts nice and easy as we walk our way around the passenger side. Now, again, we're going to look at the body the whole way up, clear up to the front fender. Our elevations look really good on this side too. The door alignment, again, it fits real nice. Body lines all line up on this side as well. Again, as we walk up here, we're going to see those Cobra Radial GT tires. Now we do have a little slight difference in size front to back on this. We've got the 235/60 15s up front and the 245/60 15s here on the back. Again, treads all matching, and the tread on these is just like new. So we'll open our door up now on this side. Take a look there. Again, you're going to see that the carpet looks to be in good shape. The dash pad itself, no cracks or tears in any of that, nor in the upholstery. And you have your front seat belts up front here too. But it does not look like we've got rear seat belts. The headliner though, pulled nice and tight. Sail panels look to be in great condition on this car too, as well as the door panels. Now that side fits nice and again it shuts up nice and tight there too, easy. Our windshield, the glass in it, no cracks, no chips in it, looks to be really good. Moldings around that windshield look to be really nice too. Of course, we've got the matching Camaro script emblem there and the Z28 emblem here on the passenger side of the fender here. Now as we come up to the front, this is just your typical Camaro front end 69. The black grille here is all intact. There's no pieces cracked or split in it. It's all solid. Our headlights are just your regular seal beam units. You see the Z28 emblem here on the front grille. Again, nicely chromed front bumper. Down below, you'll see we have the black front air dam there. And then as far as the hood goes, you see we've got, this is a steel 2-inch Cowl induction hood. Now our Cowl induction hood has the 302 emblems on it. Again, this is just to give it the appearance of a Z28. It does not have a 302 in it. And of course we've got the hood pins here. And these are functional, they do work. And they are tethered here. So we're going to go ahead and open our hood up next. So we'll just go ahead and pull our pins. Lower them down here for us. And then we'll go ahead and pop the hood. So not only do you have the hood pins, but you also have the regular hood latch there also. So as we raise our hood, you can see the underside's all done black underneath. And again, it's in great shape here. In the engine bay here, it's done all in black. You see the chrome fender braces here also. Then as far as the engine goes, we'll discuss that now. This is a 350 cubic inch. This is a Goodwrench Target Master crate motor. It's got the Echo in Mexico logo on the back of it. 5.7 liters, so you know it's a 350. Obviously with those valve covers that you see there, it's the Vortex style head. And then from top to bottom now, we've got a chrome air cleaner, but it's the factory style air cleaner. So you got all your gaskets, you got your air horn there. All of that is in great shape. A reusable, cleanable air filter element here. We've got an aluminum intake. Now that's a Chevy intake. And then of course, like I said, we've got the chrome Vortex style bolt down through the center valve covers there. Breather PCV valve on those also. It's a MSD ignition system on this car, so you've got the HEI distributor, you've got a digital MSD 6AL boxer, and we also have a real nice set of Chevrolet spark plug wires here. Chrome alternator bracket, aluminum water pump, you got an aluminum radiator on there too. This is a power steering car, power brake car as well, and it's front disc brakes, rear drums. And then as far as the carburetor, it is a Holley dual feed 4-barrel carburetor on there as well. Now as far as headers to help it breathe, we've got a set of ceramic coated long tube headers, dual exhaust the whole way back through the car, Flowmaster mufflers, and of course tailpipes to exit out the rear of the car. It does retain a clutch fan and also a fan shroud here to help cool, but again with an aluminum radiator, that's going to help it right there all by itself. The aluminum is going to cool a lot more efficiently. That's pretty much it as far as the engine goes. Alright, we're underneath our 69 Camaro here, so we're going to go through the underside of it here as we always do and point out to you exactly what we have underneath here. Now today, I'm actually going to try something a little different. We're just going to go ahead and start with the drive line, and then I'll kind of work my way around to the different systems on the car here. So as far as the drive line, we have This is a Goodwrench Target Master crate motor here. It's a 350 cubic inch motor. It still even has the tag with the part number, serial number, and the date, which was, I believe the motor was purchased in 2017. So that's a fairly new motor in this car. Then right behind that, we've got a Muncie M21 4-speed manual transmission. Now you notice it's got this blow-proof bell housing on it here. Does have the flywheel and dust cover on the front too. So again, that's going to be all good, strong components right there. As far as oil pan, transmission, the rear seal, that all is very dry on this particular car. Then of course you've got the drive shaft, and again it's balanced, so it's going to help eliminate any kind of vibrations that you might have in the drive line. And then to finish it off, we've got this GM 12-volt rear end. Now this is a POSI unit, and it's a 373 gear in that rear end. So we'll actually stay back here because I'll start to talk about the suspension now on the car. So for the rear suspension, you can see we've got multi-leaf rear suspension. This car does have a set of rear air shocks on it, so you can use that to change the rear ride height on the car very easily just by hooking an air hose up to it. And then this car, you can see, has the rear sway bar also. Sway bar bushings at the rear end here are in great condition. Then of course you've got your end links here, and everything looks to be in really good shape. As far as the front suspension, we'll go up there next. This is going to be pretty much your stock standard front suspension. You've got your stamped upper and lower control arms on either side of the car. You do have a front sway bar here, but those bushings and end links again are in good shape. Ball joints everywhere are in good shape, and all the rubber dust boot covers are intact. Of course, your tie rods, your steering here, this is a power steering car. Center link is in great shape. Tie rods here looks to be kind of an aftermarket tie rod. Real nice little adjuster nut type thing here right in the center. So that's going to make adjusting toe on the car very, very easy. So that's pretty much your front suspension. Now for braking, we've got power brakes on this car. It's disc brake up front, drum brake on the rear of the car, and your front disc brakes, it's just your general, typical GM components. So you can buy parts for those at any auto parts store that you come across. And then as far as wheels and tires, what the car rides on, we've got Cobra Radial GT tires, all four matching tread, and all four treads on these are in great shape. They look to be fairly new. They are 235/60 R15s on the front, 245/60 R15s on the back, and those are all mounted on a set of American Racing Torq Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheels. So all of that, that is pretty much what you see underneath the car. The other thing then, frame and floors. So our frame, the front subframe is in great shape, nice and straight and square the whole way back through. Obviously you can see that they have added in here a set of subframe connectors, so they are both bolted and welded in, so that's going to stiffen the underside of this car up considerably. Then as far as the floors are in great shape. Have a little bit of undercoating on them, but I do not see any patching or any holes to speak of underneath here. It all looks great, even in the trans tunnel. That all looks good and solid underneath here. And finally, exhaust work on the car. We can see we've got our ceramic coat long tube headers here, dual exhaust. You've got your crossover pipe here, a set of dual Flowmaster mufflers. Then of course we've got the correct style tailpipes up over top of the rear end, out the back of the car. They do exit though between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel on this car. And the fuel tank looks to be in great shape too. It looks almost new back there, so all your hardware on that looks to be really good. That's pretty much everything underneath our '69 Camaro.